Ahoy there, Legion! Hope the weekend treated you kindly. It's the Monday after a Devstream, so you know we got a recap and review for you. The Silence Assault and good times couldn't last. Baro's coming back this Friday. It was said the delay was due to him digging up some really good items for once, but I think we'll be the judge of that. The Banshee Deluxe skin was shown, and it's quite different than her normal one. She'll be sporting some honkin'-sized headphones and even a record player on her shoulder. There's a nice cool yet garish quality to it, but my only concern is the default color scheme gives it a strong Alid/Corpus vibe, so unless you like those guys, I'd recommend swapping to a different shade and then you're set to drop some serious wubs. If you were curious when we'd get our next Warframe, your wait won't be for long. It is set to arrive later this month in update 18.5. Potentially, it was teased to be a vampire theme. Let's hope it's more of the blah 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 variety and a bit less of the awkward staring at each other for an hour one. 3 new alt helmets are on the way. Maybe it's just me, but the ones they showed for Wukong and Nezha look darn near identical to what they already have. But the one for Atlas looks impressive and mighty stoic. So if you like any of those guys, keep an eye out for them in the near future. Quick heads up, if you were planning to wait until the last minute to snag the Trinity Prime access, you got in just about under 24 hours from when this video goes live. Something will of course need to take her place, and the spoiler alert if you didn't want to know, but Saren, Spira, and Dragon Nakana have all been confirmed to be part of the next Prime bundle. Just be a bit careful when modding that Nakana out, as you might cause the destruction of the Void yourself when you swing that beast full tilt. Now you might be running low on loadout slots for all these new things, so some will be happy to hear that you can buy up to 5 more of them for 20 platinum each. I don't use any myself, but I'm a glutton for punishment like that. Arcwing PvP was suggested, along with the idea of competitive racing modes. They said it's on the table and they like to integrate it with PvP, but had no details to mention. Could this perhaps be related to Dark Sector's continued absence and how Solar Rails might re-release? I don't know, but man would that be nifty if I called it on a whim like that. Personally, I don't think pairing the least enjoyed mode with the least populated mode would go over well, but there might be a niche for it. I'm not gonna knock it. The Kela rework was mentioned back in December 2014, but she's finally getting her time to shine. She'll be twice as tall as everyone else, yet extremely mobile. It was undecided if she'll have a new tile set all for herself, but she'll definitely have a large, unique boss room to accommodate for her ability to swing around like Spider-Man and even wall jump around, so it should make for an entertaining fight. If all goes well, you can see her pretty face come update 19. While space cats and dogs might not get along, some of their mods will. Similar to Exilus mods, the Kubro utility ones will be able to be equipped by Kavats, but they will have their own damage-based mods of their own. They want cats to be more utility-based, with dogs being the bulky battle and bruisers. 2 Kavat breeds were mentioned to be in the works. One a Cheshire-like luck cat, which will occasionally grant you free ammo when you reload, free energy when you use an ability, and sometimes better drop rates. The mirror cat can reflect damage back at enemies, and even use Cat's Eye, which will expose weak spots on them. They talked about this some time ago, but now they're definitely aiming to not only allow us to see our pets wander around the Lisette, but potentially keeping them in puppy or kitten form indefinitely if we choose. Not sure if they will be combat ready in that form, and this would make it a Pokemon-like evolve canceling option, or if they'll just be a living Lisette decoration or what. Fusion 2.0, as update 19 is aiming to be a streamlined and a new player-friendly experience, Fusion cores will be the only means to upgrade mods. If you have any spare mods you don't want, you can turn them into cores and use said cores for fusing. Rebecca was quick to add they want us to be able to keep different ranks of mods. This is only simplifying the process to be less confusing for newer players, which has the added bonus of meaning my mod guide will not be out of date. You gotta enjoy the small victories, Legion. Sabotage 2.0 will now give the player more control on how the level pans out. Similar to Spy 2.0 with branching pathways and options, now you can remove power cells from the ship's core and rearrange them to sabotage it. If you swap in a coolant cell, the level will freeze, or a fuel cell to set it ablaze. You'll need to defend it during this time, but there's 4 nodes, so I'm not sure if they all must stay alive or it'll just take longer to complete if you lose one. They went on the record to say Excavation won't be getting changed. Technically, it won't be changed any further as they recently changed some drill spawning code, but at least the rewards aren't getting tampered with. Extermination also got messed with 2 months back, as admittedly running to the exit and blasting all enemies at once was kinda screwy, but their fix broke a lot of other things that since then they've been patching out. For example, they're now tweaking the minimap to no longer mark the closest enemy to you, but the furthest enemy from the exit, to make backtracking minimal. minimal. Speaking of the minimap, enemies will not just show up as red dots, but arrows which will indicate not only which direction they're facing, but if they're alerted or not, making this not only a nice information boost, but also a buff to stealth gameplay. Some folks mentioned melee combos with a hold requirement were difficult to pull off with Fury and Berserk builds, so combos might be getting another pass to see how it can be further improved, and leftover event items will eventually be able to be sold off for a hefty credit amount. This is again aimed to help out newer Tenno when the credit crunch is most limiting. Even if I did need the credits, I don't see myself selling any of this off because you can't even loot this stuff anymore. And because the Skyrim hoarding effect is awful strong, but the option's appreciated and will likely be capitalized on by other folks. How about you, Legion? Anything in this dev stream catch your eye and attention? For a good reason, I hope. But even if it's for a bad one, let us know in the comments below. Update 18.5 seems to be about a week or two away, which ain't bad. Here's hoping Kela's rework doesn't have any immunity phases. As always, thank you for watching, and catch you next time, Legion. Take care.